You already know what time it is. It's your boy DJ Richie Skye back with some tea, interviews, recaps, and more. And be sure to check the links in the description of this video for trips, for books, one-on-one sessions, and more. Now let's get into the tea. The curious case of Tamar and her teeth that are missing, allegedly, just gets crazier and crazier by the day. So I had to put on my Inspector Gadget. I guess I should say Sherlock Homeboy cap and try to figure out like what is really going on. Now, let me just start it with this disclaimer that, I tell you all the time, I'm a huge Tamar fan. I'm not always a fan of how she chooses to show up on social media as much as I am a fan of her work, her music. I love that she's able to maneuver through a lot of these reality TV shows, but I'm not really always a fan of the sidebar antics that typically find her in the news for purposes other than what she should be in the news for, which is her music, her artistry. So we're going to discuss a couple of things and we're going to review them as the information sort of came out. My apologies. I had to do a little belcherization there, but it's all good. Y'all know who I am. Y'all know what I do and y'all know why I do it. And we all human over here. Okay. Just like Tamar. Okay. So you guys may recall she posted this last week last week, I think it was. I struggled to write this, but everyone keeps calling me. And honestly, I can't even really talk anymore. I'm so weak. I almost died Sunday. I was found in a pool of blood from my friend with a face injury. So an alleged friend seems like they found her in the pool of blood. Okay. In the pool of blood. So let's follow along because we got some updates. So just stick with me. Everybody hasn't heard the tea, so I'm going to give it all to you. As the days go by, it got worse. Well, the worse it is, I fractured my nose, lost some teeth, and mobility. The way I look at life now is totally different. As my health is on the mend, my mental journey begins. Pray for me for reals. I don't even know what happened to me. Okay, so we got this, and there was a lot of speculations, right? There was a lot of speculations. She had been spotted out and about, at the V place. I cannot recall the name. I apologize to the peoples. She was out, I'm assuming, celebrating Funky Dineva's birthday. I have not asked him about any of this, nor really would I ever ask about it, simply because that's just not really what I would naturally do. If I'm going to talk to my friend about something, it ain't going to be about none of this, right? We're talking about life type stuff, right? Travel and all those things. Like that's the type of like stuff we be on. So that's what we know. Okay. That's what we know. That's what's out there. So here's the things that's not necessarily out there as much. Okay. I saw this on Saturday. And I told y'all in Sunday's recap of Love and Marriage Huntsville, I think it was, that there was some other tea floating around that I didn't quite really know much about. And I was kind of waiting to get more information, but more information has come out. I also have to shout out Chronicle Speaks. Okay. I'm sure if you're following me, you're probably also subscribed to Chronicle Speaks. So go check out. I will put her video in the chat as well, because seeing her video let me know, okay, it's like the people are really talking about it, right? And we got a little bit more intel from that video. So after you watch my video, definitely go watch her video so you can get a full breadth of this story that's going around. And also here on site. Make sure you guys like the post as well. All right. So it says the streets are whispering Tamar Braxton allegedly spotting getting close with married Mendeecees just hours before her accident. So it says, child, the streets are whispering and it's looking messy. Word is Tamar was allegedly, okay, we'll say allegedly, seen bobbing real close with married Mendeecees Harris at V12 Lounge in Atlanta. So that's the name of the spot. The night before her accident, eyewitnesses allegedly claim the two were together all night, allegedly even leaving around 1 a.m. and allegedly pulling the after party back at Tamar's spot. We cannot confirm nor deny. We're just reporting what the whispers are saying. Allegedly. Okay. So this tea has been brewing since this weekend, because that's when I saw it. So I was like, do we talk about this or nah? And I said, let me just sit on this one for a bit and just kind of see what pops up. Because I don't know why this case is so intriguing to me. And I think it's because it is so very Tamar, right? That she would, here's the thing, let's be real. Tamar's post was alarming for a lot of reasons. And by, I think, most circumstances, many other prominent um music artists and stars would never this story would have never seen the light of day. They would have handled their business in private to get the help that they needed in this situation. And those people that she mentioned were calling and calling and calling her, she would have called those people back privately. And I think that anybody else would have handled that very differently. Now, Tamar is a grown woman. I cannot tell her what to do or what not to do, but it is because of that post that there is so much public speculation about all of this. And now, as a result of that post, you have other people who are being pulled into the mix of whatever could have happened because she posted something that was so horrifying that people are going to naturally be drawn into wondering what happened. And even as she is unable to tell us what happened, it makes the situation all that much more odd. And so then it begins to fuel speculation, which is, in my opinion, the last thing that you would want, right? Um, but in this day and age, we also know that a lot of times you will see artists or reality TV stars post something that signals scandal, right? Or lends itself to wondering what happened when something major is about to also follow that. We see it all the time with Love and Hip Hop, right? So, what is going on? Now, if you listen to Chronicle Speaks, you will know that there is the word on the curb is that Mendeecees could potentially be working with Tamar on something, a video or something. I really don't know. So there is that possibility. But when we take things over to its only entertainment, we see, and if you go to Tamar's page, you can see this right now, but this is where I saw it first. So I'm going to refer back to this. Tamar Braxton drops cryptic message after scary incident. I can't wait till I can tell y'all. And it's a clip of her in celebration mode, right? So the post reads, Tamar Braxton is keeping folks on the edge with her latest post, and the tea surrounding her recent accident just keeps getting messier. Okay. Now, this was a post from BET's TikTok page. And again, it says, I can't wait to tell y'all. Now, the timing of this, given that she just told us that she had an accident in her home, or she didn't tell us it was an accident per se, but revealed that she woke up in a pool of blood, missing some teeth, okay? Missing the teeth, a fractured nose, which would make me wonder, do you have two black eyes at this point now to go along with the missing teeth? And now there's the tea that allegedly Tamar and Mendeecees were allegedly flirting. We don't know this for certain, but it's just adding to the speculation. And now we find out you have something major to reveal. I mean, is it going to be a new face? I mean, because after all of that trauma of waking up in a pool of blood, missing the teeth, and a fractured nose, the only thing that I could be in my mind the least bit concerned about would be recovery in this moment. No, unless the teeth have already been replaced and the nose has been wrenched back into place. I'm just trying to figure out, like, I mean, because I want her to be well. At the end of the day, I want her to be well, but I also want her to heal in private, maybe, and just realize that you don't really have to tell us all the details of your life. Okay. Yes, we are your fans, well, at least me. Okay. But I don't necessarily need to know that you tripped down the stairs or something like that, unless you are coming out with a line of, I don't know, like, were you sleepwalking, gal? I mean, what happened? Tell me that. If you want to tell me something, tell me that. All right. And where is the album? I thought she had a new album coming out at some point. Maybe that's the announcement. Maybe she moving forward with the album. She gonna have a new set of teeth, a new nose, and all of this stuff like that. I don't know, but Tamar, I want you to get well. Okay. I want you to take a little time, relax your mind, and get right. You know what I'm saying? That's all we want, because the Braxtons will be back sooner than later in October, and we will have a whole nother set of issues that we are going to be discussing at that point in time. And I'm sure you're going to be making the press rounds for that. And doggone it, the people are going to be asking you, what happened when you passed out, or what happened when you allegedly woke up in the pool of blood? Okay. And was Mendeecees a part of your night in any way, shape, or form? That's what the people are going to be asking. And now they have every right to, because you have invited them in. Okay. So maybe keep certain things to yourself and pop out with the story and the answers in your new music. That would be my solution. But anyway, what do you guys think about this whole situation with Tamar, her announcement? What do you think the announcement is? Also, shout out to Crystal and Erica. Last night, they hopped on my call at 7 p.m. about traveling the world, and they are ready to get on their adventures. And because they joined me, they each got a free cruise. So that could be you. Okay. But it sounds like you might be playing. But if you're serious and you want to get in on this in the travel space, want to travel, get paid to do it, and rock with the rest of us in our Rich Life community, text worldwide to 202-918-3386. By special request, I have been requested to do it again Wednesday night. So we're going to get the engine running one more time before the end of this month. Okay. So if you think you're ready to take some action and do some amazing things and go some amazing places and work directly with me, then this is your opportunity to do so. With that being said, I will catch you all in the next video. Sherlock Homeboy is signing out.